A lot of people in Nampa don't realize that one of the most popular equine venues in the nation is right in their own backyard.
It was a beet field at one time, and then it was a field with tumbleweeds.
I cut it with a tractor and a rotary cutter, and the weeds were taller than the tractor at the time.
And it has progressed just exponentially from that first day and our first vision.
Everything in the last 20 or so years, everything has morphed into, in my opinion, something grand.
I think a lot of people in Nampa are familiar with the Idaho Center, but just to the east of that big round building is 16 acres of land that is devoted to equine events and agricultural events. It's used by the Snake River Stampede, and a lot of major national horse shows are held there every year.
My first exposure to the horse park was they had a big Arabian show years ago, and I saw the potential of the place. It has grown tremendously.
At the very beginning, it was just an outdoor arena, and they intended to use it for local horse shows and have local horse clubs use it. Over the years, the goal has been to expand the park and expand the capabilities of the venue to host larger nationally ranked shows. And we have exceeded beyond our wildest expectations.
It's a great family venue, and I think that's part of the value I place on it for Nampa and the Treasure Valley and for Idaho and all of the Northwest.
And the Snake River Stampede was very beneficial in helping build this facility because they saw the vision here to come over and help develop this part of the park as well. So they've been a very good partner in helping us get this to what it is today.
There have been a lot of contributors, but the largest donations have come from the Snake River Stampede. They built the cattle pens that are out there. That was the very first thing that got built. Not only did they build a coverall, but they built 2 of these stall barns and continue to be instrumental in building things and improving things here at the horse park.
Well, it's been good for both of us. You know, the Snake River Stampede has, over the last 20 years, has pumped about $6 million plus into barns and stalls and so forth. And the foundation has put in at least that much or maybe more in facilities and just keeping this thing going. So it's been a good partnership.
Eventually, enough money was raised by the foundation to build this beautiful sports center that we have today. And having this sports center, this huge indoor arena to host these events has been really key to the growth of the park as well. As we've grown, we've continued to add stalls and continue to add spaces to have RVs because a lot of people like to stay at the park when they come to the horse shows.
We've been coming here, we were trying to figure 7 or 8 years. So it's just continued to get bigger and better.
The really cool thing about coming here is that these people here, they make it about you. Everybody talks about that.
I had traveled around to many places in the United States looking at horse parks. Every place I went, they told us that your biggest problem is going to be is you don't have enough ground. So I came back and I said, we need to buy this 17 acres, which was between us and the freezer plant.
About 2 years ago, the Snake River Stampede Board of Directors and Foundation came together to try to preserve this extra land and to work with the city to try to develop this and keep it what it was meant to be, which is a park.
It's been fascinating to watch the park develop and grow and to see the shows that we have here now.
In 2019, there was 26 events that were scheduled in the horse park. This year, they had 29, so it's even grown since then. Local shows, they'll range from 100 to 200 horses. The national events go from 200 to what we have here today, up to 708 stalls rented.
Every horse discipline in the United States has some sort of event here. We have everything from Western reining and reined cow horse events to dressage festivals, hunter jumper shows. Arabian Sport Horse will to their national event here.
We have local state horse show clubs, and we have given them the opportunity to come in and build their shows from a local level to a state level to a national level. At this point, we have 4 or 5 national shows here, and 3 of those have been built from local clubs.
One of the largest events that is held in the park is the Low Roller Reining Classic. And it's an event that started right here in the park several years ago.
And it started out just at our place in Idaho Falls, and most of our shows were in Rexburg, maybe Ryrie, Idaho Falls, that's kind of where we were at. And Bob Peterson's one of our founding members, and he got a hold of somebody and said, hey, the horse park over in Nampa's got an open weekend. We ought to maybe consider this vision of us having one of the larger horse shows in the Northwest. And so that was the start. It got going. And I mean, we have people coming from 12, 13 different states. The prize money will be over $135,000 worth of added money. Total purse will probably be over $300,000 that we'll pay out.
The value that the Idaho Center, the Idaho Horse Park, the Snake River Stampede has lent to the city, Treasure Valley, Idaho, I think is something wonderful. I think there's a cultural pride that comes with having a facility like this. We are creating a heritage. The contribution that the Idaho Center makes is significant culturally as well as financially. I don't think there's anything to match this venue in the Northwest.
It's our favorite one. And we've been to some really, really nice facilities.
They always have really done good customer service. That's partly why we like coming back. They've all gotten to be pretty good friends.
I love the competition because it's deep. And you know, you don't get better unless you're right against deep.
We treat this facility, the Ford Idaho Center, as one unit, but it is made up of 3 individual and pretty unique venues with the arena, amphitheater, and horse park, and each one needs its own specific master plan. In the horse park specifically, it revolves around our capabilities to host bigger shows. So arena space is key, RV hosting capabilities, and then stalling capabilities are the 3 keys to or pieces to the puzzle that we need to continually address. Right now we're going through a lot of lake work and determining how we can fit more RVs onto the property. That way we can compete for more larger and national shows and really compete on a national scale.
I would love to see at least 88 more to 100 more RVs. We have the property to do that and more stalls. And then after that, the goal is to put in another covered or indoor arena.
We need more stalls. I'd like to see the stall count go up to 1,000, and we have the room for it.
I just don't think if we had those things that there would be another facility in the Northwest or even the West at all that could even compete with us.
What makes me proud to be a part of that now is, you know, this is preserving a Western way of life. This is the most important part between Arizona and Washington. I see it as one of the greatest in the country. If we all work together and we keep going on this thing, there's no end to what we can do.
Just think about what this is doing for our community. And if we decide that you could have events up to, say, 1,000 horses, 1,000 stalls, you could also have 2 shows at the same time. I think if they just had the additional stalls, additional RVs, I think it would go a long ways to really enhancing this facility.
The Idaho Horse Park is super clean and probably as nice as any other facility that I've been to.
I think the Idaho Horse Park is one of the better venues around. The concessions are near and the arena's always kept up. Everything's just close by and easy to get to.
We have worked with the Idaho Center ticket office to add a facility on ictickets.com, and people can go there and make a secure online donation to the Idaho Horse Park to help us continue to grow the park and work toward those goals that we all have of hosting larger and more exciting shows.
And I would like to, if anything, convey that message to the people of Nampa and the Treasure Valley that just drive over here and see what happens. You'll be so surprised, you'll be so impressed.